Hey everyone, and welcome back. Feeling that holiday shopping crunch yet?
Oh, yeah.
Well, we're diving into some seriously cool retro gaming gifts.
Right.
All for under 80 bucks.
Awesome.
So maybe you're looking for something unique.
Yeah.
Or maybe you want to tap into some childhood nostalgia. Or maybe you're just curious about what's happening in the retro gaming world.
Right.
Either way, we've got 4 amazing gift ideas you won't want to miss.
I'm excited.
Okay, so let's unpack this first one.
Okay.
We're starting with the Funky S.
The Funky S.
And this thing is tiny.
Yeah.
We're talking like the size of a key fob.
Wow.
It folds up like a little Game Boy Advance SP.
Oh, cool.
Perfect for slipping into your pocket.
So portable.
Yeah, just imagine pulling this out during your commute.
Right.
Instant retro cred.
I love it.
But it does more than just look cute.
Oh, really?
It can actually emulate a ton of classic consoles.
Like what?
From the Game Boy and NES
Okay.
to the Sega Genesis.
Wow.
And even the original PlayStation.
No way.
Yeah, and it boots up crazy fast too.
How fast are we talking?
Like 5 seconds.
5 seconds? That's insane.
And it has save states, so you can jump right back in wherever you left off.
That's awesome.
Plus, don't let the size fool.
Right.
It's got a bright 1.52-inch IPS screen.
IPS.
Yeah, IPS stands for in-plane switching.
Okay.
And what that means for you
Yeah.
is that the colors are super vibrant
Nice.
and you get a really wide viewing angle.
Actually.
So no squinting at a tiny washed out screen with this little powerhouse.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I know, right?
Definitely.
And the clamshell design is really clever too.
How so?
When it's folded up,
Right.
it protects the screen and buttons,
Makes sense.
which is crucial for something this small.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to get that banged around in your bag.
Exactly. For sure.
And the best part?
What's that?
It's super affordable.
Okay.
Usually between $65 and $75.
That's a steal
I know, right?
for a portable console that can do all that. Yeah, that's a steal for a portable console with this much versatility.
Absolutely.
So speaking of rediscovering classic games,
Okay.
let's move on to something.
All right.
For those who love to delve into gaming history,
Ooh, I like it.
a Handheld History by Retro Dodo.
Okay.
This is a beautifully designed coffee table book
Nice.
that explores the evolution of handheld gaming.
Awesome.
It takes you from the early days of the Game Boy
Mm-hmm.
all the way to the Nintendo Switch we know and love today.
I love it.
And this book is seriously gorgeous, you guys.
Is it?
It's packed with stunning artwork
Oh, wow.
and behind-the-scenes insights
Cool.
from the developers who made these iconic consoles.
That's so cool.
You even get some personal anecdotes
Really?
that really bring those early days of gaming to life.
I love that.
I know. It's fantastic.
Yeah,
It's a fantastic way to appreciate how far handheld gaming has come.
for sure.
From those clunky pixelated screens
Yeah.
to the sleek high-definition devices we have now.
It's come a long way.
You can see the evolution of technology and design laid out right in front of you.
That's awesome.
The standard edition is around 39.99 pounds,
Okay.
and you can snag a deluxe edition.
Deluxe edition.
Yeah, with some extra goodies.
Nice.
For 49.99 pounds.
Not bad.
You can find it on Lost in Cult's website
Okay.
or check major online retailers.
Got it.
Now for something completely different.
All right, let's hear it.
Let's talk about pixel frames.
Pixel frames.
These are a super cool way to bring iconic gaming moments to life
Okay.
in a 3D kind of way.
Three-dimensional.
Yeah, so imagine this.
Okay.
You take those pixelated scenes
Mhm.
from classic games
Yeah.
like Super Mario or The Legend of Zelda,
Okay.
and you create a layered design that makes them look like they're popping right out of the frame.
Oh,
It's almost like having a tiny diorama of your favorite game on your wall.
that's so cool.
They use these clever layers to create a sense of depth and dimension, which makes the pixel art really come alive.
I can imagine that.
I love that they blend those retro aesthetics
Right.
with a modern design,
Yeah.
and they're so affordable,
How much are we talking?
usually between $15 and $30,
Wow.
which makes them perfect for grabbing a few different ones.
That's a good point.
Yeah, right? You can find pixel frames on Amazon,
Yeah.
GameStop,
Mm-hmm.
Etsy, and even in some local gaming shops.
Oh, cool.
Don't forget to check out the official Pixel Frames website too.
I won't.
Okay, ready for our last retro gaming gem?
Hit me.
Let's talk about the Anbernic RG28XX.
The RG28XX.
This is a handheld console
Okay.
that's perfect for the retro gamer who wants a really high-quality experience without spending a fortune.
Yeah, I like the sound of that.
It's got a super crisp 2.83-inch IPS screen.
Okay.
Again, with those vibrant colors
Nice.
and wide viewing angles.
Awesome.
And the resolution is 640 by 480,
Okay.
which means your games are going to look super sharp.
Sounds good.
Now, here's where it gets really interesting.
Okay, I'm listening.
The RG28XX is surprisingly powerful.
Really?
It can handle everything from NES and SNES
Right.
to Sega Genesis.
Okay.
But get this,
What?
it can even emulate some Dreamcast and PSP games.
No way.
Yeah,
That's impressive.
those systems are notoriously tricky to emulate
I know they are.
because of their more advanced 3D graphics.
Right.
But the RG28XX can actually handle them.
Wow.
And don't even get me started on the battery life.
Okay, how long are we talking?
You get a solid 8 hours of playtime on a single charge.
8 hours.
Plus, it's lightweight
Oh, nice.
and comfortable to hold.
Good.
So you can really settle in for a good, long gaming session.
Yeah, that sounds great.
And here's another cool feature.
Okay, what is it?
It has an HDMI output,
Nice.
so you can connect it to your TV
Oh, wow.
and play on the big screen.
Very versatile.
Talk about versatility,
That was
all that, for somewhere between $30 and $40.
What a deal.
You can usually find it on Amazon or Anbernic's official website.
Cool.
So we've just thrown a ton of awesome gift ideas your way.
Yeah, we have.
Which one's jumping out at you so far?
That's a tough one.
I know, right?
They all sound really cool.
Yeah, it's hard to choose.
Definitely. You know, it's really amazing
Yeah,
how these retro gifts go beyond just the games themselves.
right.
They tap into something deeper.
Yeah.
Something about the way that these classic experiences have stayed with us.
It's true.
They're like little time capsules
Yeah.
of memories and emotions.
I mean, why do you think retro gaming has had such a huge resurgence?
That's a good question.
It's more than just a fad, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think it's about the simplicity.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
these games with their simpler graphics and gameplay,
Mm-hmm.
they take us back to a time
Right.
when things felt less complicated.
Less complicated, yeah.
The world was smaller,
Yeah,
the rules were clearer,
right.
and the challenges,
Yeah.
well, sometimes tough,
Yeah.
were always manageable.
And in a world that's constantly bombarding us with information and stimulation, I think there's a real longing for that kind of simplicity.
Absolutely.
It's like a digital detox for the soul.
I love that.
We can escape into these pixelated worlds and just enjoy the pure, unadulterated fun of playing.
Exactly. And for those of you who didn't grow up with these classic games,
Right.
it's a chance to experience a piece of gaming history firsthand,
I like that.
to see where it all began,
Yeah.
to appreciate the creativity and ingenuity
Yeah.
of those early developers who were pushing the boundaries
Right.
of what was possible with the technology they had.
I mean, they were working with limited hardware, but
Yeah,
their imaginations were limitless.
Absolutely.
They had to get so creative
I know.
to build these immersive worlds
Oh, it's
and engaging gameplay with just a handful of pixels
Yeah.
and some basic sound effects.
amazing what they were able to do,
And that's part of what makes them so charming and enduring.
for sure.
There's a certain elegance in their simplicity.
Absolutely.
They're like perfectly crafted short stories focused on a core gameplay mechanic
Yeah.
without all the bells and whistles of modern games.
Sometimes simplicity is best.
It's like the difference between a gourmet meal with a million ingredients
Right.
and a perfectly cooked steak.
Exactly.
Sometimes simple is best.
Agreed.
But let's not forget about the gifts themselves.
Oh, yeah.
Each one offers a unique way to tap into that retro gaming magic.
We do.
So the Funky S, for instance, is all about portability and convenience.
Right.
It's like having a portal to a world of classic games right in your pocket.
I love that.
You can sneak in a quick gaming session anytime, anywhere.
That's the best part.
Perfect for those moments when you need a break from the everyday grind, waiting for a train,
Yeah.
stuck in a boring meeting.
Right.
Whip out your Funky S
Exactly.
and escape into a world of 8-bit adventure.
I love it.
And then there's a handheld history,
Yes.
the perfect gift for the gamer
Mm-hmm.
who loves to learn and explore the evolution of gaming.
I like it.
It's not just a book,
Nah.
it's a conversation starter.
It is.
A way to share your passion for gaming
Right.
with friends and family
Yeah.
who might not know much about its rich history.
That's a good point.
Plus, it's a beautiful object in its own right.
It is a beautiful book.
I mean, who doesn't love a gorgeous coffee table book?
For sure.
Pixel frames are another fantastic option.
Yeah.
They're a unique way to showcase your love for classic games
Right.
and add a touch of retro style to your home.
Right.
The way they use those layers
Right.
to create that 3D effect is just so clever.
I know, right?
They're like little pieces of interactive art.
Yeah.
You can't help but want to reach out and touch them
I know.
to feel those pixels popping out of the frame.
Yeah.
And for the serious retro gamer,
Yeah.
the Anbernic RG28XX is a real game changer.
Oh, yeah.
It's affordable,
Mm-hmm.
yet it's powerful enough to handle some of the most demanding classic games.
Yeah, some of those games are tough to run.
It's like having a mini arcade in the palm of your hand.
I love it.
And with that 8-hour battery life,
Right.
you can play for hours on end
Yep.
without having to worry about finding an outlet.
That's key.
You know, as we talk about these gifts,
Yeah.
it strikes me that they're not just about the games themselves, are they?
No, I don't think so.
It's about so much more than that.
What do you mean?
It's about sparking conversations,
Okay.
sharing memories,
Yeah.
connecting with others over a shared love of gaming.
I like that.
It's about building a sense of community
Right.
around a hobby that has brought joy to so many people.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it really is.
It is.
So true. You know, in a world that can feel increasingly isolated,
Right.
these gifts offer a way to connect with others,
Absolutely.
to bond over shared experiences and memories.
Yeah.
It's like they're little tokens of a simpler time when friendships were forged over joystick battles
Yeah.
and high scores,
Exactly.
which makes you wonder
What's that?
how the retro gaming community itself
Right.
has evolved in the digital age, doesn't it?
Keep work.
I mean, think about it.
Yeah.
We've got online forums, dedicated websites,
Yep.
streaming communities.
Right.
It's a whole digital world
Wow.
dedicated to preserving and celebrating those classic games.
It's pretty amazing.
It's fascinating how technology,
Right.
which in some ways has pushed us further apart, has also created these amazing new spaces
I know.
for retro gamers to connect
Yeah.
and share their passion.
I love that.
We could easily do a whole other deep dive just on that topic alone.
Totally.
But for now,
Okay.
let's bring it back to those awesome retro gaming gifts
All right.
we've been exploring.
Sounds good.
So we've covered a lot of ground, haven't we?
We have.
From the tiny but mighty Funky S to the beautifully crafted A Handheld History. Such a cool book.
We've seen how these gifts can transport us back to those carefree days of gaming,
Yeah,
spark conversations,
absolutely.
and even inspire a whole new generation of retro enthusiasts.
I love that.
And hopefully we've given you some great ideas for your holiday shopping, or maybe even inspired you to dust off your old consoles
Yeah,
and rediscover your own love for classic games.
that's what it's all about.
Because ultimately,
Yeah.
retro gaming isn't just about the games themselves, is it?
I don't think so.
It's about the memories they evoke,
Right?
the friendships they forged,
Yeah,
and the joy of rediscovering those experiences that made us fall in love with gaming in the first place.
absolutely.
It's about keeping that spirit of playfulness and creativity alive, no matter what age you are.
Couldn't agree more.
So as we wrap up this deep dive,
Okay.
we'd love to leave you with one final thought.
All right, let's hear it.
Imagine you could give someone the gift of a specific gaming memory.
Okay.
Which memory would you choose?
And what gift would you give to represent that experience?
That's a great question.
It really makes you think about the power of games to create lasting memories
Yeah,
and how those memories can connect us to the people we care about.
I love that.
So while you're mulling that over,
Right.
we want to thank you for joining us on this deep dive
Yes,
into the world of retro gaming gifts.
that's been a lot of fun.
We hope you've enjoyed the journey and discovered some treasures along the way.
Me too.
Until next time,
Yeah.
keep on gaming.
Keep on gaming, everybody.